Hello everyone, once again, and welcome back to PAX and Recreation. And today, even though kind of late to the party, we're going to review a Murders at Karlov Manor, or Karlov at Markov Manor, or Markov Murder Manor, the clue set from Magic the Gathering, a pre-release, right? So this one is kind of a shame as a concept, because track the clues, crack the case, and then the moment you open it, spoilers, Teysa Karlov is dead. And I love that it looks like you died from Dark Souls or something, like Teysa Karlov is dead, pam pam pam. It's like, okay. And which is not that big of a deal because of all the characters. She can come back as a ghost, so it's like, I guess. And then you have this thing. It's kind of a shame that this thing is modeled by the whole, oh, this is what's supposed to be New Capenna and so on, because, you know. So here you have the case solved divider marker thing. It also has suspected, so like a suspected creature or a case solved, and you have a suspected one here that is a case solved one. So you have both on both sides, and then if you, this is kind of interesting. I love these small details. You open the thing, and there you go. Teysa Karlov is dead. So, and you can see her through the window, which is like, or if you see her like this, right? You know, like you don't have direct access to her, and I think that's kind of dramatic. I don't know, maybe it's just me. And then you have some counters: -1, stun, flying, the usual. Ideally, you use these ones in a pre-release. You know this channel, you know me by now, I hope. If not, like and subscribe, kids, and all that. But we usually, like, I advocate that you go play in your local game store, but this is beautiful. You should go play in your local game store, but sometimes you can't. Life is what it is. So sometimes I just buy a couple of these, or 4 of them, and I just make the pre-release with my friends in my house. And it is what it is, you know? So sometimes you can just actually, and some stores sell them to you for you to, like, do your thing in your house, because, you know, social anxiety and all that. So building a pre-release deck, the good old instructions, and then on the other side, mystery file, the intriguing interrogation, or intriguing interrogation. Start with the phrase detective story. The following instructions tell you how to modify this sequence of letters, ignore spaces and punctuations. Red deck box, yellow deck box, blue deck box, blah, blah, blah. So the idea was that everyone has a different color for this, and we will see in a second when we open the other one, and let's see how much sense this makes. The thing is that a lot of people are giving hate to this thing because, oh yeah, well, it's a mystery, and some people are like, oh, the mystery is nothing new for the story, so the story doesn't advance. And some people are like, after we discover the mystery, it's like, oh, the mystery is for Magic Arena, whatever. But I mean, at least they try to do something, guys. Come on, don't be haters for everything. I will give you something that is like, I find this cool, like, oh my god, there's a mystery, and you have to like compare things and go online and check cards because cards have different colors and all that. Like, I like that. And for them, it's kind of low cost. See, like, yellow thing, right? And like black thing, and it's like, okay, it's yellow one. So what does that mean, right? And do the whole thing. I know, I like that. By the way, play boosters, so more value, 14 cards. I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. In general, I like when they try new things. And this whole, like, discover the mystery thing, I thought it was kind of cool. So, kudos. I don't think it was, by the way, code if you want it, I don't think it was executed, you know, to the best of possibilities, but, you know, we grow and we try. At least they try something new. Then, yes, there was this whole, Reenact the Crime is the promo. And then Voya, Jaws of the Conclave, which, this set also has this polemic because, where is that thing? It's here. So these are the usual thing, right? But stop. Your pre-release contains a special mythic you can only find here. It's so special, in fact, that you cannot use it in your pre-release deck. Save your Voja, Jaws of the Conclave, Tomik, Wielder of Law, or Melek, Reforged Researcher for the next case. So it's a card that is not legal in this format. And a lot of people, again, giving shit for it, like, if you watch this channel, I am not like a wizard sims or anything, but I'm not going to defend everything they do, but let's be honest. Normally, what you get inside the thing is this, and that's it. Like you get your promo, and you go like, oh, okay, cool, and that's it. So they give you an extra card. It's like for Commander and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, you can't use it in the pre-release. Like, come on, like. And some people were like, oh, but new players are going to be confused, and it's like, well, I know that everyone is an advocate for the poor new players, but I dare you, I double dare you. How many new players you know that are going to look at Murders at Karlov Manor and make it like, oh, I'm totally going to jump now into Magic the Gathering? I don't know what you may be thinking. Well, that's kind of missing the point. Like, the thing is that if someone decides to join Magic now, they're going to be confused. And to that, I agree. But if they are that new to Magic, they will read the insert, and the insert has that red thing in there saying, hey, yeah, don't use that card. Thank you, kisses, bye, right? So, plus, if you're playing a pre-release, because let's remember that pre-releases, you are not supposed to do what I'm doing, which is like, you know, buy them and play with your friends or whatever. Like normally pre-releases are to play in the store with other Magic players, and normally there's a lot of established Magic players, so someone is going to correct you or help you or guide you, even if it's the store owner, right? So, you know, I don't know. I think that sometimes we tend to exaggerate and be very pessimistic with stuff. And I will be the first to you know, to criticize like, oh, too many, like too much variety of things, like cards from the list, like too much different things, too much special treatments, weird things going on, like everything is special, nothing is special, power creep. I will be the guy. I will be defending that, right? Like I will be the guy criticizing that. By the way, fun fact: they cut the art cards in half, because normally there was like 80 something, now it's 49, because, well, they are not as consistent as they were before. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. So, but you know, when I try something that I think like at least they are trying to do something different and cool, like come on guys, like, you know, the whole mystery thing. I guess that the problem is that the mystery thing is cool, but the payoff is kind of meh. But let's be honest, it's the age of the internet. The moment that someone solved it, everyone is just going to use the code or whatever they get. So there's no point in making it too difficult or making the price too valuable, because then a lot of people are going to get something too valuable, so it's no longer valuable, right? So that's kind of the everything is special, nothing is special thing. In terms of the story itself, it's kind of convoluted. It kind of fits in Ravnica, but it's kind of weird. Like, you know, like, oh wait, this is not an art card. God damn, wait. God damn, I was distracted. I thought these were art cards, and I was like, no, this is not an art card. This doesn't make sense. This is tokens. Clue tokens. That happen to be a big picture about like the crime scene thing, right? With like clues and stuff such as the numbers, and so my bad. Tokens, guys, clue tokens. Let's put these things in here. No one cares. Let's put the tokens here, art cards here. See, like too much stuff in a play booster. Okay, so person of interest. I don't know, I think that, you know, sometimes Wizards deserves a little bit of a slap in the face, a lot of times actually, and sometimes they try something cool. Like, come on, it's like some people are already shitting on Outlaws at Thunder Junction because like, oh, cool boy. It's like my brother, we have everything in Magic nowadays. Even people from the freaking Walking Dead, like, is really a plane of cowboys the thing that is going to ruin your Magic the Gathering experience? Like, we had Kamigawa, that is basically Japan, the plane, and then it became Japan Cyberpunk 2077, and no one bat an eye. And now it's like a new plane. It's not even a plane that is converted. It's a new plane that happens to be like Western theme, and it's like, oh, that's totally ruining it. Like, for example, when I complain about something, complain about these cards, like these case style cards. I find them funny because they have notes like this one. Just let the Golgari deal with it, which is premium flavor right there. But this card is very confusing. If you put it across the table, it's like, oh, is that a white card? Nope, it's actually green. You need to read the corners and stuff. And that's, you know, it's kind of meh. It should be like a little bit more greenish, in my opinion. Or like whatever color the card is supposed to be. Because remember, it's a game, first and foremost. 10 District Hero, not bad. Shock, which is what I am. And a basic land and spider token. Second to last in this pre-release. Plus, imagine, like, I normally advocate for like, oh, just buy them and play with your friends or whatever. But the Magic is playing with people at the pre-release. And when you have an aspect of mystery like this one, and everyone like has different cards, because there are some cards that are the same, it just changes the color of the card. The color of like the background or something. And that's very cool. You compare it with people and go like, oh, whoa, crazy. The thing is that, well, we're in the age of the internet, so technically you kind of, if you're an avid Magic player, you kind of already knew about all that before the cards were even like released, right? So also these lands are very nice. Voja Fence Stalker. Last one from this pre-release. So that, Maverick, Macabre Reconstruction, Museum Nightwatch. Also like this one. That one is white, and like that one is white and looks more like black. So it's getting very confusing to like play a proper game of Magic the Gathering. I mean, as long as everyone is playing Commander, so everything is casual, so everyone can be like, oh, what card is that? And like, oops, can I take it back because I mistook that card for something else, etc., etc., etc. So at the end of the game, at the end of the day, it's just a children's card game, right? So it is what it is. Now that was pre-release number 1, right? So we got this and this in the first one. Now let's see what the second one holds for us and if they are any different. Now I can be very unlucky and I just basically get the same one twice, but which I think may be the case. Let's see. Yep. Oh man, sucks. Well, the die is different. So the hat is different, and there is that, and it's also yellow-black. So let's see. Put the boosters here. Let's read what the thing was supposed to say, right? Red deck box, which is our case. If Always Prophet is holding a knife at an N in the exact middle and another one at the end. If he's holding a rope at an S in those places, right? So, you know, red deck box. He's holding a knife, so it should be an N in the exact middle. And in the other one, was he holding a knife? Like we actually like double unlucky, I guess. And then you have that for all the other colors. And then we got the yellow deck divider. So yellow deck divider, if it has a detective's hat in its center, I guess, add FL at the beginning. If it has an agent's insignia at the center, reverse the first 5 letters, right? So that's kind of what you would do. And the fun thing is that obviously, unless you buy a box of pre-releases, which is actually cheaper than buying a box of play boosters, if you do the math. So look that up. In the pre-release, you will be able to do the math with your colleagues or with your friends in the game and be like, oh, let's see, and try to see what phrase is that we're building, right? So that's interesting nonetheless. And so the promos are Cryptic Code, not bad, another blue one, and Atomic Wielder of Law, not bad. For Commander, but not bad. Now let's see. Let's see what's in here. Again, I like the pre-releases that actually make you engage with people. The fact that I can take a pre-release and play back in my house, like with a friend or something, even if we just buy 2 pre-releases and that's it, or even if we are 4 people or whatever, the fact that I'm able to play with a pre-release with no problems whatsoever just by taking them to my house, it's not bad, but it's a testament to the fact that, well, a pre-release is just like a expensive box of stuff. You know, it's not an experience. And one thing that I liked about the original Ravnica, well, not the original Ravnica, but Ravnica as a concept, and it's something that you can see in any of the pre-releases that we opened for Gatecrash and so on, is that they came with flavor for each guild, and also they came with instructions for each for each guild, like, oh, you're supposed, like, achievements for each player, like goals. You're supposed to scream this if this happens, or try to do X times this, and to like force you or incentivize you to act in the way that the guild is supposed to act. And that made it super fun if everyone was in on the joke. Some people, I remember those pre-releases, some people were just try-harding and they were like, whatever, and they don't care about that. Some stores were actually giving prizes if you actually filled all your stuff and you had someone to be like, yeah, he did, because otherwise you can be just like, I did everything. It's like, no, you need to have people around you being like, yeah, he was totally doing that, he's crazy, right? So I don't know, I think that's cool. I think that makes Magic a more social experience, which is what's supposed to be, because you don't play Magic alone. Even if you're a blue player, you need more people to play with. So in this case, it's like, oh, let's solve a mystery, right? And that let's solve a mystery, and comparing with the other people's pre-releases, deck boxes, and all that, to have like a different mystery for each one and all that, and the clues, and I think that's cool. I think that force you to talk to people, and that's good, because if you ever went to a Friday Night Magic, you know that people don't want to talk to you. Am I right? Nerds. No, but like in all honesty, like a lot of people like me, and likely you as well, a lot of our best memories are playing Magic with people. Sometimes friends, sometimes they became friends because of playing Magic or any other card game with them. They have this meaning attached to them, right? These cards, this game, that is what makes us nice. Is what makes us, love the game more than just like, oh, it's just a game. Like, it has experiences and people attached to it. And I don't know, I feel that sometimes we miss that. We miss the fact that it's just a game, that is supposed to be, a social experience, that is supposed to bring people together, and not this like cutthroat, competitive, money value, cards value, rare mythic, thing that is like, you know what I mean? It's a children's card game at the end of the day, and I think that's the fun part. If you like collecting, like, by all means, I like collecting as well. Like, don't take it the wrong way, but it's supposed to be for play, it's supposed to be to have fun, and I think that's something that we tend to forget sometimes. Also, Wizards tends to forget it sometimes, because have you seen the price of these things? God damn it, Wizards, it's just paper. How can you make it that expensive? And it's like, oh, well, they have to pay the people who design the cards. It's like, well, I'm not complaining about that. I'm just saying that, like, stop making it that expensive, Wizards. Like, pick one. This is either an investment or this is something to play with. If it's something to play with and you want me to go to pre-releases and you make play boosters because, to simplify, because you had too many SKUs, then sure, make them a little bit cheaper so that people can buy a box, go to multiple pre-releases in the same weekend. You know what I mean? Like, buy a draft box or a play box now, because they're called play booster boxes, right? So, Agency Chief in foil, cool. Like, I don't know, I'm asking for a consistency. That's all I'm asking. Like, pick a lane and stick with it all the way to the end. Sometimes it feels like you're trying to be everything at the same time, and that's what's going to hurt you, and it's hurting you actually as a card game. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh is kind of complex and has too many foil treatments and stuff like that. Pokemon, but ironically, Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon have like less ways of being played. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh has like 2 or 3 if you count like Duel Links and all that. Pokemon has the one way to play it, and Magic has all these formats and all this stuff, all this flexibility. And then, you know, people don't care because they just want to play the cheap way, the casual way, the fun way. And yet, oh cool, Thundering Falls. And then Wizards is just like, oh, you like it for the money? It's like, no, not really. Deadly Complication. Poor Teysa. Last card. And it's Teysa, and a foil mountain, just at the end, a mysterious creature. And that's it. Those were 2 pre-releases. It's a shame that we kind of pull the same color and the same thing. But I like the fact that, you know, they changed the thing. It's very Clue or Cluedo or Cluedo or whatever in your country is called. Like, I like the thing. I like the vibes. I just think that, you know, like, wasted opportunity for multiple reasons. But I think we need to be a little optimistic. I think the idea was okay. The execution, not so much. And we will keep seeing these as we open more boxes and more stuff. If you look at the story is kind of cool, but at the same time, it's like, what? So, I don't know, it feels like there was potential, and the potential just left the building very fast. And everyone was confused by it. So, plus the new Capena thing. So, there is that. So, I don't know, let me know down below that you went to the pre-release. Did you like this gimmick? Do you like the whole detective thing and the colors thing, and some cards have different colors? Do you like that? Because it's like, those are modifiers that don't give value to things. It's just fun things. Like, it's not like, oh, the yellow one is more expensive than the red. It's like, no. They are the same. It's just for you to have fun and to solve a puzzle that gives you like a digital thing. But do you like that? Is that something that resonates with you? Or do you like the idea of this set? Or what works and what doesn't work for you at Karlov Manor? Or Markov Manor? I don't know, let me know. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a great time, and I will see you next on PAX and Recreation. Bye.